And we shall... should I transfer? I'm not gonna transfer. I don't wanna potentially make this more difficult for myself. I know that I don't need that. Okay, so here we are with the Palentonga Abyssal Knight. Last time that we saw this character, I had just obtained the gold scales, so now I have +4 gold scales, which gives me pretty decent resistances. I am only missing really resistance to electricity, and there's a lot of room for upgrade of my helmet, my gloves, my barding, maybe the cloak. Like the cloak of a cloak of willpower could just be a straight up upgrade over the cloak that I currently have. My 2 rings could also be upgraded, but if no upgrades come my way, I would also be okay. Like I don't have a lot of issues if no upgrades come my way. Oh, I think I remember. Think I remember that next level. I'm glad that I left that message for the me of the future, which is the me of today. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that went well. Okay. Okay, no complaints about that here. So this Tengu warrior has distortion, but I am a worshipper of Lugonu. So it's like Uno reverse card kind of moment. You know, if I get vanished, I can just get out of the abyss immediately. No issues here. Ooh, Kite Shield positive energy. What if we put this on? Yeah, these defenses look better. I don't really gain a lot of evasion, and I lose a ton of shield from doing that. Yeah, I lose 5 shield. I gain resistance to negative. Lose a pip of cold resistance, but I think I'm gonna go with this for a while because it also gives me pretty much min delay, which is something that I definitely like to have with this demon whip of distortion and slaying. Slaying makes it so that I deal a lot more damage. It is especially good on a Demon Whip. I don't get to showcase it very frequently, but it is really, really good on a Demon Whip. That's kind of a thing. This is a level. This seems to be a level of the video game. I took so much damage from that. Yeah, just take a look at that. 35, 25, 13 damage across 3 turns. To be fair, I did Star Dance, but like lost so much HP. Kind of a sketchy situation. Wonder what I have for it. I guess I have Condenser Vein. I don't like this. I don't like this because I feel like I should step here, but on the other hand, my defenses don't allow me to step here. Yeah, like they don't allow me to step here. If I step here, I explode. I'll take like easily 80 damage. Well, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but like on a bad roll, it could happen. So it's not as much of an exaggeration as you would think. Yeah, I don't like this. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad indeed. Ice Blast? What do I even have for evocations? 10.5. Maybe I could banish someone because I have this and I haven't been using it for a while. I guess we can banish the scariest dude, which is probably the Etin. Hello, Calicometer. Good to see you around. Thank you for stopping by. The Etin resists opportunity attacks. Okay, I feel like I am at dire risk of dying here if I mess up. Also, this guy has Bolt of Cold, 3 dice of 29, which I cannot dodge, so that could be very bad. I also hope that the run goes well. Thank you for the good wishes. Okay, 13 damage, not terrible. Just don't do it again. You take 6 damage. From what? The Lich touches you. And that dealt 6 damage? Sure. I think if I drop below 80, I read teleports. But it's going fine. I mean, as far as this can go, like, ideally I wouldn't be fighting things like these. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be fighting all of those monsters at the same time. And I dropped below 80, but I also thought that I was gonna be okay. That I was gonna be okay to continue fighting, and I was okay. Did I get pushed off the stairs? I didn't. Okay, better go upstairs before that happens. You have a 15% chance to hex me. Okay, just got vanished. Pretty good. There's so many guys. Can a leech orb obstruction you from one tile away? If you mean like if it's next to you, can it orb obstruction you? It can. It also deals less damage. For orb obstruction to deal all its full damage, it needs to stay in the screen for a bit. Yeah, it needs to travel for a couple of tiles for it to actually deal the amount of damage that it is known for dealing. And wow, this is kind of like really scary indeed. So many dudes, because after I ended the stream yesterday, I got hit by an alarm trap. So yeah, I'm pretty much fighting all of these dudes. Normally I wouldn't be fighting these guys, right? Like I would prefer not to. But the game was like, nope, you're gonna have to fight all of them. 4 tiles for max. I don't know exactly how it is, but you do get like a message for the bearing effectiveness of your orb of destruction. Like if you cast it in melee range, is like the wavering orb of destruction or something like that weakly hits the monster. And then you also get the wavering orb of destruction hits the monster, and then if you get the full damage, it's just the orb of destruction hits the monster. So in order for you to know, you need to take a look at that message. That applies for monsters, and it also applies for you. Yeah. I wonder if, well, no, I don't wonder. I should do Elf right now. I should stop doing Depths 2 and go do Elf right now. In fact, maybe it is the correct thing to do to just read a teleport right now and bail on these guys. I feel like I don't have the HP or the defenses to survive such a long fight against so many dudes. So I better don't. Okay, pretty good teleport. This depths one was pretty nasty, by the way. The level layout is definitely awful. It's just a huge octagon. Yeah, it's a huge octagon. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, it is an octagon. Okay. This character wants to do elf, and I hadn't realized. Yesterday when I got the gold scales, like I knew that the gold scales was gonna be a pretty good thing for my character, but I didn't realize how important they were because they allow me to do elf, and elf is just easier and has potentially fantastic loot for my character that will make it so that I can actually win the game and get my third room from somewhere. I could theoretically get it from the Abyss, but like I'm experience level 20. Like I feel like I am drastically under leveled. Not only that, but the Abyss also has a bunch of nasty dudes that I would be forced to fight pretty much immediately, which is not a very good thing for me. I don't have resistance to electricity, so these guys with their bolts of lightning are very nasty. Um, yeah, waterlogging the Annihilator is a necessity because I have 3 evasion. It can easily kill me. Talking about easily kill me. Oh, I got pushed off the stairs by Force Lance. Delightful. Well, this would not be an issue if I was not at 57 HP. It would be very sad if I died to this. I don't think I'm gonna die to this, but it could happen. I don't have heal wounds. I don't have heal wounds. This is a pretty bad spot. But it's just the result of this character not being very good, as I mentioned yesterday. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah, killing the High Priest there is very important because the High Priest is able to do damnation, and damnation is extremely bad when I have this low amount of HP, and monsters just keep coming. It would be better if I was not at such low HP. Palentonga are really bad. I wonder why they are so bad. It doesn't make sense to me that they're so bad. They have very bad just everything. Bad HP for what they are supposed to do. Bad aptitudes. Bad evasion. Yeah, I would not recommend you to play a Palentonga. I something that you have to keep in mind when it comes to the tutorial series is that not all species are like equally easy. The ones that I have played before are easy. We've already played a fair amount of very easy species. This one, I think I also mentioned it yesterday, but yeah, this one is not very good. Mm, mm, I have 17 armor and I have 35 armor class with gold scales. With any other character, I would have way more than that, but it's just because I am a Palentonga. They should lose something. I feel like they are too weak. They should really lose something. Like maybe get better aptitudes or a bit more HP or I don't think they would ever lose a strangely shaped body, but that could also help. Maybe they could stop having such terrible evasion. That could also be nice. Um, yeah, I like it when my characters have a decent amount of evasion on top of incredible armor class, of course, because armor class is pretty good, and evasion is nice when you're complementing armor class with it. Okay, so here the ring is pretty good, but the globes are a game changer for my character. So I'm gonna get the globes. The globes are easily what I needed. Not only are they highly enchanted, they also give me the resistance to electricity that I didn't have. So I am going to miss the ring. If I had been able to get the two of those things from the acquirement, I would have been very happy. I have had plenty of acquirements that are not nearly as good as that acquirement was. Like any one of those two options from that acquirement, the ring or the globes were priceless. And I have had multiple acquirements that are just worse than that. So there's that. Yeah. Mm. By the way, I'm very glad that I found acquirement. Yeah, because that those globes are very important. They are exactly what I wanted with this character. Something that is like a barding or well, I was gonna say boots, but this character doesn't wear boots because it's a Palentonga. Barding or a cloak or a helmet that gives me a relevant resistance. When it comes to the cloak, I would like a cloak of willpower for an upgrade. There's so many dudes. They're just hitting me. Yep. Because I have no evasion, I'm taking damage every turn. It it's very noticeable when you have zero evasion because you're pretty much getting hit every turn. And unfortunately, it's not symmetrical. Like you may be getting hit every turn, but the monsters are not getting hit every turn. So it's pretty bad for you to be in that kind of position. And whenever possible, you should try to avoid it. But this character just can't. Straight up can't. There's no other option for me to other than just have 3 evasion. Okay. Regardless of the 3 evasion, this character feels kind of strong. Yeah, now it feels kind of strong. Now that I am not exploding from everything, thanks to the fact that I have 1 pip of every resistance, this character feels kind of okay. I wonder what that ring is. I wonder if it's willpower. Yeah, let's find out. It can be willpower, strength, wizardry, fire resistance, poison resistance, and dexterity. There's so many important rings that I have not identified. I have not identified willpower, fire resistance, and poison resistance, and the 3 of those are essential for every character. And to get to this point in the game without identifying those is like nothing short of a miracle, I should say. You just found a +5 cloak with plus blink, and your form is it. And it's still a +5 cloak, yeah. Like you don't need to blink. It's very likely that you'll just use that. Just think of it as a cloak that happens to come bundled with a ring of protection, because that's pretty much how it is. I would love to have a +5 cloak with this character. Actually have some decent armor class. There's a glowing helmet that I want to step on. It's probably going to be better than what I have. What I have is a helmet with See Invisible and Stealth. And I already have See Invisible, so I don't value the Stealth as much as I value 1 point of armor class. So I'm going to replace the helmet for 1 more point of armor class. Things still realized me, like noticed me, sorry, anyway, with the stealth, so doesn't really do anything. It's kind of hard to be stealthy when you're wearing gold skills and a barding and you're a Palentonga, and you're rolling at things and you have 0 stealth and -3 stealth aptitude. Not that stealth aptitude matters. I personally never train stealth, or very rarely do so. Yeah. The reasons for me to train stealth are mainly to increase the damage of staffs. If I have a 100% reliable way to stab people, like Uskoyo, or I guess Malevolent Magic from a Demon Spawn could also be that. It's not 100% reliable, but like if you get the paralysis, of course it is 100% reliable. And yeah, I like that mutation a lot. It's probably one of my favorite Demon Spawn mutations ever, the Malevolent Magic mutation, because it allows you to play the game like normal, but then if you get the staff, you can just go for the staff. Like if you get the paralysis, you can just go for the staff and increase the speed at which you clear fights and be able to potentially clear fights with very little mana. That kind of thing is just a very good thing to have as a demon spawn spellcaster. Of course, if you're a melee demon spawn, it's kind of trash, but melee demon spawn is also kind of trash in general. I would recommend you not to play a melee demon spawn if you have the option to not do so. Okay, Vampiric Battle Axe. Big weapon, very good, but ooh, that could have been so bad. I went downstairs and I immediately hit a teleport trap here. That could have been so bad because it's Elf 3, you all probably know, but Elf 3 is the level that has that, and that is full of elves. And yeah, getting teleported in the middle of that could kill you before you have a chance to teleport away, even if you read the teleport at full HP, and especially so with a character with only 4 evasion, but it's just how it is. Also, hello Railbird, good to see you around, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. I'm playing the rest of this character, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be starting another character because, as I mentioned at the beginning, I am feeling kind of not very good because unfortunately I went to bed and 4 hours later a delivery person woke me up and gave me a phone call very early in the morning, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll pick it up. And I picked the thing up, and then after that I wasn't able to sleep again. So yeah, I'm not running at 100% here today. So yeah, it is especially scary to not be running at 100% on a character that is as weak as this one, because this character doesn't have a lot of tolerance for making serious mistakes. I don't have silence, I don't have file floats, and I have 2 annihilators, so that's really scary. Can I vanish them? 13%. That means no. What are my options here? Bane. I think maybe I could Bane them just to play it safe. Yeah, because the thing is that their crystal spears are no joke, their poison arrows are no joke, their iron shots are no joke. It's just a ton of potential damage that I would need to rely on the shield to prevent because I have 4 evasion, and the shield is not gonna prevent it. Shield stat is it's not a placebo. It's not as much as a placebo as evasion is, but it is also not the most reliable thing in the world. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here. Okay. No complaints about what's currently happening. Yeah, like, did you see that they were walking into the clouds and then just blinking away? That's pretty funny. The clouds are pretty much mostly gone, so I better just finish this fight. Take advantage of whatever little damage that the Annihilators took from that. 20 damage from Iron Shot. Very low roll. I'm glad that only one of the Annihilators shot a spell, because that could have been so nasty. You have no idea how nasty two Annihilators can be for this character. Better play it safe than die horribly when it comes to these guys. Okay. So I have many things that I can do with this character to do this fight. I can corrupt, and that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I can well, I could have Condenser Bane if I hadn't used it on the Annihilators. I don't regret using it on those guys, by the way, because those guys are really scary for my character. I can also drink Attraction and just hit everything, but that can also end pretty badly. So I'm just gonna use Corrupt here. Corrupt is pretty good for this kind of level. Not a lot of dudes were spawned from Corrupt. Just gonna walk away, let them do their thing. The Corrupt dudes. They should be able to kill everything. And they are not summons. Well, they are summons, but they are in different summons. So the experience that you would get from normal summons killing the guys that these guys are going to be killing, you don't get it. But on the other hand, you do clear the level, and that's what counts. Also, they fight outside of your line of sight, so you can just throw the corrupt and then just walk away and wait a couple of turns for them to do their magic, and then come back into the bolt and see a bunch of corpses, ideally. That's right. Yep. That's right. The power of corrupt. Ooh, look at that. What's my aptitude for that? Just out of curiosity. It's 0. I could do that. It's such a cool weapon, the Autumn Katana. I've not gotten to use it with a character that is an evasion-based character, or a dexterity-based character, I should say. It is a shame that this character is not that as it scales. Lightning Rod, okay, that's pretty nice. No complaints about a Lightning Rod here. Let's see what else we got from doing this. Corrupt is such a beautiful ability. It's so powerful. It's one of the most powerful abilities that any god has when it comes to killing things. And hey, look at that damnation! I hope that Season Rise appears in the stream, because Season Rise yesterday just mentioned that Damnation had gotten nerfed because before they got a chance to try it. So I'm gonna carry this around just for Season Rise. In fact, we're gonna inscribe it with. I'm not gonna use that because it's two-handed and I'm using a shield, but it is a pretty good thing to have. Just in general, it's really powerful. In case you don't know, it causes 2 dice of 14 damnation explosions, which deal a ton of damage, and it's just damnation explosions. They are irresistible. You cannot mitigate them in any way whatsoever. So it's a pretty scary thing for a monster to have against you. Any monster that can damnation you is very scary, just because it has that ability. But on the other hand, you can also just shoot damnation yourself if you find the thing, and that's pretty good and pretty effective. I should drop this Ring of Mana and the hat. The Ring of Cold Resistance can also go away. Still not mutated, so there's no need for me to use Potions of Mutation. I could use them and try to get the special Palentonga mutation that makes you roll from farther away, which is pretty decent, but it's completely unnecessary. Manual of Ice Magic. Okay, so in this vault we found some really good stuff. We found the Autumn Katana, we found the Manual of Unarmed Combat, we found a Manual of Ice Magic. Yeah, like all things that are really good, but all things that are not really relevant for my character. So these Globes of Ashensari Sprite, I will carry them around. They're not like better than the globes that I currently have, but I could consider putting them on. Yeah, I could consider putting them on later on. Mm, Probably should drop this Morning Star. I'm not gonna be using that anymore. Um, yeah, let me inscribe this with. Um, yeah, I get that after two Long Blades characters. That would have been very happy to use that. Um, so we are going to be going elsewhere. I need to get a third rune. Maybe Slime. But Slime can be very bad for a character with 4 evasion. Yeah, I can predict that going very poorly for me and my 4 evasion. In Slime, I don't think I'm gonna need resistance to negative, but cold resistance is more important. So better put that on. Yeah, we're gonna do Slime. No issues here doing Slime. Should be completely fine. The same thing that I just did to Elf 3, I can probably do to Slime. Um, that's kind of annoying. Gonna eat a bit of damage here. Okay, there's a Shining Eye. Subdued Magic. Fortunately, that literally doesn't do anything for my character. The Shining Eye got blinked into a very bad position. I wonder if I can Mind Burst it. Not acceptable. Okay. Ice Blast. You kill the Shining Eye. Good stuff. So far it's going exactly how I thought it was gonna go. Yeah, it's definitely not going well. Like, the fact that normal dudes are dealing this much damage is a very bad indicator. I still think that I can do Slime, but I need to do it in like a super careful way. I cannot afford to get into any elongated fight or anything. Maybe if I had an evening, like a highly enchanted vampiric evening star, it's like a dream, but that would be a very good thing for my character because it would provide me with a lot of sustain to actually be able to fight with these terrible defenses. The 3 evasion really is the thing that's making this terrible. Because everything is hitting me pretty much all the time. It's very noticeable when you have such low evasion, let me tell you. Gotta make sure I don't banish the royal jelly. Yes, there's that. That is definitely a thing that could be pretty bad. If it does end up happening, however, I don't think I would have too many issues with that because I can always corrupt, and corrupt breaks open the bolt, so I can get the rune. In fact, I don't even have to fight the royal jelly. I can just corrupt. And corrupt in the middle while standing in the altar of Jiva, I could corrupt, and that opens up the bolt, so I can get the rune like guaranteed pretty much. Okay, slow tabbing here. Slow and steady wins the race and avoids you from making any terrible mistakes when you're surrounded by dudes. Yeah. When it gets too sketchy, I can always bend space as well. That went well. Yep. Those guys are not scary, despite the fact that there were a ton of them. In fact, this single rock slime is somewhat more scary than all those slime creatures. Forgot about that. Yeah, it's like pretty cool to be a Lugonu worshipper. You get to approach a couple of situations in ways that you would never like think of. When it comes to gauntlets and that kind of thing, you can just corrupt, get so much loot. When it comes to room bolts, in some places, you can also just corrupt. Yeah, many things that you can do thanks to being a Lugonu worshipper. Oh wow, that's truly unfortunate. Got immediately confused. And again, okay, am I going to die just because I went downstairs? I might die because I went downstairs. Oh, fortunately it doesn't happen 3 times in a row. But yeah, that went very poorly. I'm probably gonna banish this enormous slime creature. Okay. Better safe than death when it comes to those. Those actually deal a ton of damage. I would like to go upstairs if possible. Okay, gonna hit the Azure Jelly first. I have 2 pips of cold resistance, but it still can get very much out of control. Hmm. Okay. All right. Not bad, not bad. Oh man, again? Those golden eyes are super annoying. Like they have 9% chance to confuse me, but they just that's all they do. So if you're trying to get confused multiple times per turn, every turn, even with 9%, is it's gonna happen. Um, yeah, but this character only has one source of willpower, unfortunately. Great orbs of eyes have 9% chance to paralyze me. Fortunately, it is completely unthreatening while it is alone, even if you do get paralyzed by one. How long did I get paralyzed for? Just out of curiosity. 4 turns. 4 turns. Could have been worse. Mm, hmm. Endoplasms. Why are there endoplasms here? Those are too low level for this place. Maybe this is a bolt that used to place like some formerly existing slime, and because it cannot place dead oozes anymore or something, it now places endoplasms. Maybe it is like that. Hmm. This slime adventure has been an ordeal. Every floor has had a ton of slime creatures, but it seems to be going fine. We have not really been in too many issues when it comes to dealing with these guys. For that I am grateful. Better to start dams them whenever possible, just to play it safe. And as always, do not clear slime. Don't do the entirety of it, because the more you do, the more you expose yourself to finding a shining eye. And, well, you know how it is with shining eyes. They're pretty bad. They're so bad that I'm just using that slime creature as a meat shield, so so the shining eye doesn't malmutate me. I have subdued magic, but we have established that that is literally worthless against my character. It doesn't do anything. Okay, so the way that I usually go for doing this place is I map it. I go around like the edge of the level, and then once that is done and I have cleared as many monsters as I can from the outside, I go into the inside and I try to lure the royal jelly out and like start the fight like that. 3 acid blobs are pretty scary, even with resistance. Hmm. Okay, that went really well, by the way. Those guys barely dealt any damage. I was getting corroded, but fighting 3 acid blobs with 3 evasion at the same time can go much worse than it went right there. Also, I was getting a lot of distortion blinks, which are the reason to not use a weapon of distortion. But thanks to the Palentonga roll, I can weaponize the distortion blinks to deal a ton of damage to the monsters. Oh, Royal Jelly, okay. How are we going to do this? I think I'm gonna roll at the Royal Jelly. Uh-huh. 3 more jellies. Okay, now I am going to bend space. Pretty bad blink. Pretty bad blink again. I'm gonna corrupt. Just gonna let my corruption dudes do their thing. Corrupt is so powerful. It is like the kind of summoning ability that I can respect. Because there's things like Brothers in Arms, like a single Berserk Ogre is not gonna cut it later in the game, and that's what you get from Brothers in Arms. It's very, very bad in my opinion. Oh yeah, I should probably use Phantom Mirror on the Royal Jelly. It's a pretty good strat that I sometimes forget about. Mm, mm, okay. Ooh, the royal jelly, like the real royal jelly, is moderately wounded. This is not going very well. This is not going well at all. You also have to keep in mind that I cannot run away from these guys because they're all faster than I am. Dazzling Boots, Barding, Rune Demon Whip, Cloak. Maybe that Demon Whip will be vampiric and fully enchanted, but that's like a dream, so it's probably not gonna happen. Starting to feel kind of threatened by these guys. Of course, they're getting opportunity attacks. Yep, opportunity attacks. Oh, nice. I teleport and I get marked by an exploration trap. That's pretty bad. I don't have cancellation. I have not identified it yet. This game has a lot of lacking things, you know? Not a lot of rings, not a lot of important rings. And also, I have not identified cancellation. Fortunately, I had Lugonu to rebrand Amaemon's Demon Whip, and I actually wanted Distortion because I also have not found Scroll of Brand Weapon. I don't like this. This is not going well at all. Um, I'm gonna try to make a run for the stairs. Maybe I should haste before that. Yeah, don't confuse me. Don't confuse me. Don't confuse me. No confusion. No confusion. Okay, there it is. During curing, no confusion. We lived, and I am still hasted, so I'm gonna start dancing guys a bit. Okay, got confused. Super annoying to get confused by those golden eyes. Going in here with when those guys have any amount of possibility of confusing you is super bad, super annoying. Oh come on! I get thundercloud. Seriously, that's the worst thing that I could have possibly gotten. Yep, they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. My lungs strain for air. Seriously? There's no Quicksilver Ooze next to me. How did that happen? Must have moved away or something. Okay, we need to kill the Quicksilver Oozes immediately, pretty much. All these guys, I think, were... Well, not all these guys, but like a decent amount of these guys, I think, were summons from the Royal Jelly. I'm getting pretty bad rolls with these Box of beasts. Yeah, could be way better. Been getting only major beasts, no elders, and definitely no primals. I wish I had gotten a primal, but no primals. I think I want to teleport again. Yeah, this is going very poorly. I'm having a lot of issues dealing with these slimes. But it's I don't have a lot of options with this character, unfortunately, so I have to do this. I could also do the Abyss, but the Abyss is pretty scary. The unfortunate side effect, or I guess one of the unfortunate side effects of using a distortion weapon for a large amount of the game is that your Abyss ends up having a lot of dudes. You cannot see it, but it says Aisu, Rolcha, Cat Ghost, Manam, Glotl, and Uruk. And fighting all of those at the same time? No. We don't do that. Whenever possible, we don't do that. Okay, round 2 against the Royal Jelly. Now, I don't have any summons, pretty much. So this is not gonna go very well. I have 1 haste. I could make that 0 haste. The thing is that, like, what I really want to do is Berserk, but Berserking against the Royal Jelly is like one of the most unsafe things that you can do in the entirety of the game, because it's very easy for you to get in a situation where you're taking like 50 damage per turn, and if you're taking 50 damage per turn, no amount of extra HP from Berserk is gonna save you, and you also don't have the options that would actually save you in that situation while you're Berserking. So yeah. Sometimes you get the feeling the game's trying to kill hard to kill off the character with such a long string of bad RNG. And sometimes it's like that. This could be worse because at least I have one pip of every resistance at my disposal. At least I have that now. Right now I don't have the resistance to negative, but it's because nothing here has that kind of damage. So it's nonsensical for me to have that on. Um, this bolt has nothing for me. I guess I'm gonna be fighting here, unfortunately. Okay, that went really well. Look at that damage, dude. It's heavily wounded. I've been getting some really good damage rolls against the Royal Jelly. Also no corrosion. You know what I should have? Might. Because I do have 8 potions of might and a very, very fast weapon in the form of this Demon Whip. So the might definitely does do something. This is actually more sustainable than what I was doing before. Yeah, like I feel like if I added a touch of condenser vein here, if I could, this would go very well. Um, yeah, I'm like about to kill the Royal Jelly. It's severely damaged, and it is. I'm still like at relatively high amounts of HP, even after fighting all of these dudes that are being produced by the Royal Jelly. Okay, just gonna tap. I'm gonna use Lightning Rod to try to soften up the Royal Jelly, to try to finish this thing up. Where is the Royal Jelly? Right there. Okay, I'm gonna save my charges of these for the Royal Jelly. Almost dead. I don't have enough Tremor Stones, but it would be very good here. I do have Immolation, and I'm kinda tempted. Kinda tempted. Gonna try to kill the rock slimes before immolation, or I could just do it now. Yeah, I'm gonna do it now that it would affect the Royal Jelly. Why are you here? Where did you come from? Well, I guess those are questions the science still cannot answer. Mm, probably shouldn't have aimed acid at the Royal Jelly, but sure. Better to aim it at the rock slimes. I don't think the rock slimes are resistant to corrosion, funnily enough. Yep. I think all these slimes should be immune to acid. Well, maybe not all of them. I think the Azure Jellies could be okay if they were not immune to acid. This is not going well. I need to finish the fight right now. Like, I need to start creating some explosions because the fight is very close to being in a very bad spot. Very close, very close. Oh, the Azure Jelly is immune to acid. Why am I trying to hurt acid immune monsters with acid damage? Why am I trying to do that? Somehow I'm not standing in a cloud of fire. Okay. Ouch. That's pretty bad. I think if I take one more instance of damage, I think if I drop below 70, we start to get worried. Oh man, the Royal Jelly is really trying its best to not die here. It's super bad because the Royal Jelly regens, so it has a bunch of dudes in front of it. It doesn't say here that it regens quickly. Maybe it doesn't do that anymore. But it still regens relatively quickly because it has so much HP. It has more HP than I do. Man, this kinda is a pretty bad spot. If only there was another one that was not acid that went through monsters. And I guess I kinda have that in the form of lightning rod that I finally picked up, but of course it is depleted. Cannot really use that right now. It would be very nice if I could get the kill on the rock slime and then not die. It would be extremely convenient. Okay. Okay. Alright. Explosions are happening. There's a bunch of Quicksilver Usos. I don't like being at such low HP. I guess I could banish this Quicksilver. Not the Quicksilver Ooze, the Rock Slime. 60%. I'll do it. Okay, I lost 5 HP because that's what that does. This is the more the fight goes on, the worse it gets. Yeah, I wanted to get the explosions of the royal jelly, but it didn't really seem to work very well. So I'm falling back a bit. I can always step here. Okay, yeah, this is not going well. I'm gonna get killed if I continue to do this. I should probably escape. It's a shame that the corrupt dudes didn't really do anything against the royal jelly. The royal jelly is just very powerful. Just a very powerful monster in general. I don't think I take 43 from the rock slime. Yeah, I don't think I'm in such a terrible position here. Okay. Mm. That's kind of bad. This thing could hit me very hard. I have 3 heal wounds. I guess I could drink one. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, that was a lot of regen that we got from that heal wounds. It was a very lucky heal wounds. I like this. There's 2 acid blobs in different edges of the screen, like, and I cannot roll at either of them, which is pretty bad. That's one of the worst situations where that you can be in as a Palentonga. I'm also corroded to 8 corrosion, which is very noticeable because my weapon is not a high base damage weapon. It only deals 11, so you do need all that damage whenever possible, including slaying. 16 damage from double acid. Of course, with 3 evasion, I'm not gonna be dodging any of that. What's the chance it has to hit me? It says 52%, probably because of the shield, but yeah, it's not going well. I wanted to roll out the acid bluff. My objective is to get out of the range of this acid bluff because it's so far away that I cannot really kill it. I decided to go for the one that was heavily wounded, but yeah, this is not going well at all. Okay, well, that's convenient. Not gonna complain about that one. That's a really good thing to be in the receiving end of here. Just banishing an acid bluff while rolling at it. Gonna use Fogu here. This character kinda sucks. I really don't like this character. It's just how it is with Palentonga. They're not good. Don't start a Palentonga if you want to have an easy game. We can put it like that. They can be kind of fun, but they are not good by any means. Okay, I might be able to kill it with Ice Blast. I do. Okay. Taking a lot of damage from these acid blobs. Yeah, I kind of want to continue walking away from it because it will eventually move faster than I do and be within range of rolling. And I also don't want to like waste a turn and have it move 2 tiles closer to me. That could be really bad. But I could also use Ice Blast, yeah. I'm not gonna roll at them. I'm just gonna keep shooting them with Ice Blast. It's very complicated fight for this character, most unfortunately. You hear a distant slurping noise. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I think jellies eat things that I have not seen. I may have opened one of these 2 bolts, and there may be a jelly eating things in there, but I don't think it is the case because I don't see distorted terrain there. The royal jelly, severely wounded, 68 HP. I'm gonna re-teleport. I unfortunately am too corroded to fight it. This fight is so RNG. I need to not get corroded because my character is so weak that if I get corroded once, I then don't have the damage output to kill the royal jelly. Mm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to kill you. Okay. Mm. So many dudes. I cannot take 2 steps without finding a dude that will not give me experience because it's probably like a royal jelly generated dude. This fight has already gone for so much longer than my usual royal jelly fights. It's starting to get to the point where I think I maybe should have gone to Bolt 5, and I don't want to go to Bolt 5 with this character. That's kind of bad. No, auto heal wounds, 1 curing. Yep, no healing left for this character. No corrupt. No box of beasts to distract the acid bluff. Ooh, it's looking very, very sketchy. I should just rest to full HP. It's unfortunate because I really wanted to kill the royal jelly here, but we obviously can't. Like, I'm not going to try to continue doing that because it's not going well. Just gonna get whatever loot I can get from here, retreat from the level, and go do Vault 5 or something. Yeah, I corrupted pretty much immediately, and it went very poorly. Mm-hmm. Okay. That acid bluff was so scary. Um, I got corroded during that fight as well. I could drink a couple of ambrosias to hopefully regen before the royal jelly does. This is such a ridiculous fight. Why is it like this? Why Palentonga is so bad? Being recharged. Is this a stone? It is a stone. If it was rock, I would be able to go in. But yeah, like the safest thing to do to make sure that you don't have to fight the royal jelly is to break or to do corrupt here. If you do corrupt in this position, like in next to this altar of Jiba right here, you can just break all these walls. These walls are pretty much guaranteed to be broken if you corrupt here. So that's how you get the rune without fighting the real jelly. You can also shatter. You can also do the Feda's ability. Oh, nice! I can't believe it. It's actually a vampiric demon whip. Do you remember that I said it would be cool if it was a vampiric demon whip? It actually is a vampiric demon whip, and it is even highly enchanted. So hopefully that will give me the damage output that I need to survive these fights, or not the damage output, sorry, the survivability to make these fights less miserable. Because they've been pretty bad. Yeah, they've been pretty bad. I take too much damage during these fights. I'm back at full HP, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I should be able to fight the royal jelly. There's so many dudes summoned by the royal jelly. It's so sad that the royal jelly regens and the dudes don't give experience, but it is understandable because if the royal jelly didn't regenerate, you could just like chip at it very slowly, like hit it, generate a jelly, kill one dude, generate another jelly, or like hit it, generate a jelly, kill it, the jelly, hit it again, generate another jelly, rinse and repeat until it is done. But yeah, like it's at full HP. It was so hard to drop it. I used so many consumables. I don't think I can beat it. It's just too powerful for this character, so maybe I should leave the level. Stay away from me. I don't even want to fight you. I can't fight you. You're too powerful. That as well. I don't think the royal jelly spawns have ever given experience. Okay, pretty good bend spaces there. Let's just get out and go do something else. I tried. There was no success to be found here. Bolt 5? What have I even... Like, did I skip some part of bolts? This feels like the kind of character where I probably skip bolts, or like some part of it, because it's so weak that it cannot do it. That's good. Well, that's what this character feels like, so I wouldn't be surprised if it had actually been the case. And yeah, I skipped a fair amount of bolts 3 and a non-zero amount of bolts 4. I should hopefully be able to do those now. Hopefully. Oh yeah, you don't know how to get out because of this. That bolt is really annoying because it interrupts auto travel. Done exploring. Oh, I know why. Because I need a wand of digging that I have not found in order to go and do that. Hey, Tino's Tremor Stones. That's the one thing that I have not found that I really do need. I'm gonna have to pass wall, and like it's not even. Normally, I would pass wall to preserve charges of digging. With this character, I need to pass wall because I literally don't have digging. Yeah, these are rock walls, so I need to pass wall through them to get that loot. Normally, you would dig, but I don't have that. That's an option. But I'm pretty sure I have pass wall. Yeah. So I'm gonna take off my gold scales and my tower shield, and now we should be able to pass wall even with 0 skill. 45% chance to miscast, sure. Plate armor of the solstice. I can't believe that I actually did get enough money to buy that. Ah, there's a shaft to bolts 5. It's gonna be useful. Or a hatch, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm actually dealing pretty decent damage now against these guys. I remember that I was having serious issues killing these guys before. I can definitely use the Demon Whip as well. You know what? I'm just gonna use the Demon Whip as my main weapon. The Vampiric one, I guess, because I have 2 of them. The Vampiric one is just it actually lets me fight, you know? It lets me kill these things before they kill me. And that's just, at the end of the day, that's just way more powerful than any amount of damage or nice effects that you could get from corrosion. Jody hastes with a potion. Do you have, you don't have haste, but you have Crystal Spear. That could hurt me a lot. In fact, that is going to hurt me a lot unless I happen to get lucky with a banishment here. I kind of want to Cirque Jody. I kind of want to Cirque Jody. If only I had silence, but I don't have that. I really wish I did. Okay, big damage. Big damage from Jody. Okay. Now I'm gonna Cirque. Am I gonna Cirque? I can't corrupt. I corrupted earlier. This level, and it didn't go well. I could also do the Palentonga technique of just blinking repeatedly at Jody. It's not going well. It's not going well by any means. In fact, it's going so poorly that I'm gonna re-teleport now. This character loses all its fights. That's definitely that's like the most obvious indicator of a character that is not good. I don't like that one bit. Okay, at least Jody's not hasted anymore, so maybe I stand a better chance now. Okay, I'm trying to do some damage with Palentonga rolling, but I don't think it's going. I don't think it's working. And Jody definitely has more damage output than I do when I'm trying to tap. Jody also heals, and I don't heal when I'm tapping Jody, so there's that. Yep, this character is not good at all. You know what I could do? I could Phantom Mirror Jody for a bit of assistance. Someone immediately went away. At least Jody is heavily damaged. Maybe we could get something done here. Okay, at any second I could get hit by a 100 plus damage Crystal Spear. Keep that in mind. Okay. Oh man, this character is so bad. I definitely shouldn't have. Well, maybe I should have issues with Jori. Jori is never like a trivial fight. But yeah, that didn't go well. That went very poorly. Also, I didn't like that the summon from Phantom Mirror lasted for like 2 turns. That's pretty whack as well. I have 15 evocations. It really should last for slightly longer than that. Okay, so many scrolls of identify. Finally, I found cancellation, but I still have not found everything. I have yet to find brand weapon and silence. So yeah, the moment that I identify brand weapon or silence, I will be able to drop all these scrolls of identify that I'm carrying. I have so many of them. They are so useless. Okay, yep. Giving these guys a lot of attacks of opportunity, super annoying. I do not like that. I think the attacks of opportunity should be reworked in some way. But I already talked a lot about that yesterday. I don't think I can elaborate a bit more on that today because I have not really felt it this time. Only on very like specific occasions, like when I'm running away from mighty monsters, that kind of thing. The attacks of opportunity are pretty bad, but um, mm, but the vast majority of monsters here are scary, and like the more the game progresses, the least you actually want to run away from things because the more things have access to really messed up spells like Crystal Spear and other things that they can just do if you start running away from them. More often than not, you would do something else that is not running away from those things. Kind of stuck here. Senata will just summon spam me to death, right? Okay, we can just do this. Yeah, I think Senata really wants to summon spam me to death. That's what I wanted to see. Being next to Senata, wielding my Bamp. I'm gonna drink Cirque here, just to make it easier and safer for me to fight Senata. Wielding my Bamp, it's keeping me relatively healthy. Am I not healing from Senata? Oh no, I am healing from Senata. It was just that I was very unlucky with those heals. Normally with Vampiric you would heal quite a bit, but Vampiric on a low damage weapon, and this is a low damage weapon, it's not very good as I have mentioned before. The difference is very noticeable between a Vampiric Demon Whip and a Vampiric Evening Star. One of those is much better than the other one. So the Royal Jelly Bolt has a random ring that I may be interested in, unfortunately. So chances are good that I'm gonna have to go back and kill the Royal Jelly. But hopefully by the time I actually go back and kill the Royal Jelly, I actually can do it. Okay, so Vault 5. I have no haste. Well, 1 haste, 1 heal wounds, 1 curing, 2 teleports. I can go and pick that up. Yeah, just to increase the possibility of me not dying horribly here. I remember I had to run away from this as well. That was pretty bad. In general, the vast majority of fights with this character have been pretty bad. The other day you had 2 highly enchanted Evening Stars drop on Snake, one from Donald, and the other guy I can't recall the name of. The other guy, I mean, Uruk can drop Evening Stars, but Luis maybe? Luis? Yeah, Uruk doesn't generate in Snake 1. Oh, okay, I got it, nice. Okay, there's some potions of haste that I can buy, fortunately. I need those. You don't know how to get there because of course, Roxanne. Yikes. What I can do is wear my or unwield my things and Or unwear my body armor and just pass wall away from Roxanne. Does an arm scale with strength or dexterity? Your guess is strength. I don't know exactly how that works. I think it scales with whichever one you have highest, because there's different titles for strength on armed combat and dexterity on armed combat. Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works. Mm. So take off the gold scales, take off the kite shields, cast pass wall. You miscast pass wall. You miscast pass wall. Okay. It's such a tragedy that I am forced to do that kind of thing because I don't have digging. Okay, give me all of that. I need all of that. And also attraction. I don't care about that. And I don't care about that. Okay. I feel like this boat has no business being surrounded by deep water. Yeah, there should be like a tile of shallow water somewhere in there. You literally cannot gonna go in unless you use a potion of flight or something. I do not like that. But anyway, we are going to go do Websook. No, I'm not on Websook. I am on Kelby. Kelby. Yep, I am from Mexico. Hello from Mexico. Um, and we are playing 0.29 trunk version. Yep, 0.29. That's what I'm playing right now. Trying the new opportunity attack changes, and I'm not a fan of them, but I'm probably not a fan of them because this character sucks. Maybe if this character wasn't so terrible, it would be better. But anyway, we are going to go do Bolts 5 now. I have a shaft that I am going to take. Hopefully it won't kill me to do Bolts 5. Fingers crossed. Okay. It's looking like it's potentially one of the best possible places where I could have landed. I think I'm literally in the corner. Why is the character weak? Because it's taking a ton of damage every fight. Like, did you just arrive? Because I just had to literally run away from the Royal Jelly because I was unable to kill it from damage output and from survivability points. Like, I was unable to kill it. And that is like if you cannot kill things, it's a bad character. It's just how it is. And I don't like having bad characters. Makes me a bit grumpy. I like characters where I can take a fight and I can win a fight. And this character, I take the fight and I'm like, oh, I hope that I actually win the fight. I feel like it's not very much within my control to take the fight or to win the fight. And I don't like that feeling. Oh, this is... I got teleported close to the entrance, so all those bolt guards are going to be coming my way. Fortunately, I have this Vampiric Demon Whip now, ready to give me all the sustain that I need. I wonder if the Fire Giant will be revived. Yep. Why is it weird? What do you need to get strong? Probably more than one evasion. I have one evasion now, right now, because I'm constricted. But like, I think in order for this character to stop being such trash, it needs to have like at least 2 digits evasion. Like at the very least 2 digits evasion. It already has 1 pip of every resistance. It also could use a better damage output weapon. Like at this point, and considering how I have not really found that many scrolls of enchant weapon, well, I did find 7, and I put them all on the Vampiric Demon Whip, or the Distortion Demon Whip, sorry. No, I didn't find 7. I found 5, and I got 2 enchantment from Lugonu. So I need better damage output, or a lot of evasion. And I don't think I think it's literally impossible for me to get a lot of evasion because I'm wearing gold scales. I have 8 dodging and I have 4 evasion. It's very bad, unfortunately. Gonna re-teleport. This is looking like something that I don't want to take. So yeah, I want to know if this guy gets revived by this. It's almost dead and it walked away. Yeah, the damage output of this character sucks. That's the part that I am most unhappy about with this character. The fact that I am hitting things and they don't really take any damage. And so it takes a million years to kill them. And so things more easily pile up and that kind of thing. Yep. Okay, so I have Condenser Bane. This guy should not really be difficult in any way whatsoever. If I run into issues fighting against Wardens and Bolt Guards that are not mighty, that's just like this character is probably one of the worst characters that I have played in a while. Seems to be going well, however. I think Palentonga needs to get buffed. It seems like it's too weak for now. Like melee is bad, right? Melee has been bad for a couple of versions, and Palentonga is just a weak melee species. It is kind of okay for spellcasting. The aptitudes are bad, so you can probably not go for long for like spellcasting for long periods of time. But you can start as a spellcaster and you will probably have a better time than starting as a melee character. 0 in melee weapon skills and fighting and -2 in armor, dodging and shields is so much worse than 0 in spellcasting, or -1 spellcasting, 0 in some skills, -2 in some skills even. I think that the way to go with a Palentonga is to not be a melee character. Yep. Yet another fight where I am just not able to kill things fast enough, so they pile up like crazy. And the character is so shaky that I don't know if I can actually survive this fight. Like yeah, at some point I might take like a ton of damage out of nowhere because I have 4 evasion. Okay. Yep, it's happening. Gonna re-teleport. This is not a fight that I can win. There you go. Very clear example of a fight that I cannot win because the character is not powerful enough to win a fight like this. But to be fair, it is like I'm surrounded by dudes in the middle of the level with 4 evasion. It's kind of understandable that I cannot win such a fight. But my issue with the character is not that I cannot win that fight, is that I get into that fight in the first place. With a better character, I would be actually killing things as they come, and they would not get the chance to surround me because my damage output would be good. But I guess it's my fault for using the Demon Whip. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the Demon Whip and waited for an Evening Star or something. Even with slaying, it doesn't feel very good, the Demon Whip. At the very least, I have resistance to negative energy, so a Shadow Dragon is not the most terrifying thing in the world. It is very scary because I cannot dodge it, but it could be worse. Yeah, Donimo. Just to elaborate a bit more on what you mentioned, the characters that I consider to be strong are characters that can win fights and don't have to fear for their lives on every fight. I feel like every other character in the tutorial series has been a strong character. I've mentioned it in every other character. Like I think they're very strong characters because they fulfill the criteria that I personally set for what I consider to be a strong character. This one doesn't. This one is what I would consider to be a weak character because it's constantly getting in fights that just like I cannot win. And if I cannot win fights, weak character. As simple as that. Can win fights, a strong character. Can't win fights, weak character. That's how I categorize that. Okay, Ancient Leech is really bad. And I'm not at full HP. I also think that these guys have such little HP for what they are. Yeah. They should have more than the HP that they currently have. It's really bad. I have, yeah, 22% chance to petrify. Just to add a bit more on why the character is weak, the fact that it also only has one source of willpower is pretty bad as well. And not only that, but I also haven't identified a ring of willpower. So it's not like within my control to have more willpower. I am using literally all the willpower that I can use. Um, oh man. That's a better ring than what I currently have. I'm gonna put that on. The 6 strength hopefully will contribute a bit, but I'm not very hopeful because Demon Whip. Um, Not a fan of Demon Whips. Like theoretically they're strong, and even more so with slaying, but I am pressing tab so much and it's not really dealing that much damage. Not a big fan of whenever my characters are like that. Um, I find it crazy that I'm using an 11 base damage weapon and it feels so much worse than a 13 base damage weapon. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think there's something wrong here. I am marked, so there's a bunch of dudes coming my way. I only just finally identified cancellation. Like my first potion of cancellation was identified during this stream. So like the previous stream, I didn't identify any potions of cancellation. I think what I'm gonna do is during cancellation and then re-teleport. Yeah, because I cannot win this. It's yet another fight where there's too many dudes and I just don't have the survivability to beat them. Okay, you struggle to resist. Was I Oh, it tried to mark me. No, the Tango River tried to do something. No, wait, what happened there? You struggle to resist. It was the Vault Warden trying to mark me again. Dude, those guys definitely shouldn't have enhanced success rate on their mark because it's so scary. It's so deadly. Okay, it's pretty much the same that I was fighting, like the same place where I was fighting. I'm gonna read my final teleport because I don't think I can beat that. And now I'm out of teleport. Not that it matters because you cannot really teleport in SOT. Teleporting in SOT is not real. I already killed a golden dragon. Shouldn't have many issues with fighting another one. And this time I even have poison resistance. The first time that I fought it, I didn't have it. I should consider myself extremely lucky and grateful that the first golden dragon that I killed happened to have dropped gold scales. Yeah, that was a game changer for this character because it provided me with the resistances that I so desperately needed. 12% chance to hex me, to instantly kill me. 12% chance to instantly kill me. If I get hexed here, I just die to a crystal spear from the leech. It's guaranteed. So hopefully it won't happen. I'm trying to kill it. I'm focusing all that I have on killing the Sphinx, and it took me quite a while. I also resisted a hex there, I think. I think I saw myself resisting a hex. You resist with significant effort. Yeah, clouds, maybe clouds time. I got fire. Fire doesn't do a lot. What I really wanted to do was probably get rid of the Octor Captain before clouding. Oof, I have halved willpower. Now I have a 67% chance to petrify. Fire Floods doesn't do anything against the Lich. It does something against the Sphinx, but I just used it against a Demonologist before. I tend to use Fire Floods against Demonologists a lot. It is, in my opinion, the way to go with those guys. Dean of Tremor Stones. I'm anticipating that I'm gonna get petrified any second now because I have half willpower and line of sight against the Ancient Lich. Sphinx has a 50% chance to paralyze me. Reminds me of the early game, except that, well, it's not the early game anymore. So in my opinion, it shouldn't be like this, but I could drink my second and final potion of cancellation. Dude, this character sucks. This character is so bad. Been playing again recently on the new patch instead of old patches you were more familiar with. What's the best way to deal with liches from a melee build standpoint? Read Silence. Yeah, Scrolls of Silence are definitely the best way for a melee character to deal with a Lich, because it goes from being one of the scariest things in the world to a monster that deals 20 damage in melee. And at the point in the game where you find them, 20 damage is an absolute joke, especially for a monster that is not even wielding a weapon. So yeah, read silence is the best way, the absolute best way to get rid of a Lich. An Ancient Lich. Normal Liches, they deal damage, they deal good damage, but they are not in the same level as Ancient Liches. And Dread Liches can also be very scary. If you have bad willpower, they can just straight up paralyze you instead of going for the much more benevolent Petrify. Yeah. Wasn't hurting them, and no Crystal Spears hurt. Yeah, read silence, read silence. For Ancient Liches and Dread Liches. We are going to Corrupt here. Hopefully Corrupt will save me. Hopefully I won't get destroyed by this guy. Yeah, it can kill me, by the way, because it's oh wow, they generated a rock wall. A rock wall where I needed to step on. Okay, I'm gonna do bend space. That's pretty okay. Got a bit of HP, not bad. Summoned. Who summoned you? Did something read scroll summoning, or did I hurt the dudes that I summoned with Corrupt? Also, it's kind of crazy that Corrupt didn't really break that many tiles here. It's probably because I'm at the edge of the level. But still, I'm probably gonna die to the Lich. I have one blinking. Okay, might as well use it because otherwise, like, I am almost guaranteed to die to the Lich. Okay, gonna read Fear. It's going in my direction. Why is it not going in the opposite direction? Okay. I don't have the ability to deal with that Lich. Like, I really don't have anything for it. It feels very, very bad. Okay. Fogum. Kill wounds. Switch to Distortion. Okay, there we go. That's a way to deal with the Lich. Getting banishment from Distortion. So reliable. Oh, it's like its more scary cousin, the one that can literally kill me from full HP. It has a 1 in 5 chance to literally kill me from full HP if it does that thing. I should just try to get my rune and get out of here. And hope that SOT 5 doesn't have too many of those guys. Because unfortunately I didn't get any willpower in the entirety of this playthrough. This character is so bad, dude. It makes me sad. I don't like playing characters that are this weak. So yeah, I'm just gonna like go away from the Lich and try to get my rune. Try to find the rune in the first place, because I don't know where it is. And then pick that up and then bail from here. Maybe go back to Slime and try to kill the Royal Jelly. Maybe we get a bit lucky with actually dealing damage to it and not getting corroded in the process. I don't think the rune is in there, but I have not explored the entirety of that. Yeah, might as well actually do that. The rune is not here. War Gargoyle. Okay. Okay. That went well. I think the rune is in... well, it's very clearly in one of the places where I haven't been. Okay. This is not waterlocked, so it could deal a ton of damage. Sojobo is scary, but we should hopefully be able to kill Sojobo. Hopefully. Sojobo blinks. Kind of not what you want to see against Sojobo, but at least she is waterlocked, so it's fine. And she blinks away again. Roll at her. You hit Sojobo but do no damage with Palentonga roll. I think I'm just not gonna use Demon Whips anymore. I'm gonna consider them a stepping stone for Morningstar or something. I think having low base damage is definitely a really, really bad thing. Or I don't know what's going on with this character. There's something wrong with this character, and I cannot tell you exactly what it is, but I can tell you that there's something wrong, and that is one of the worst spots to be in when you're playing this game, knowing that there's something wrong and not knowing how to fix what's wrong. Mm. Irradiate. Well, I am no spellcaster, so I'm not gonna be using Irradiate. But finding Irradiate in Bolts 5 is very sad, because it means that you went for so long without having Irradiate. You like to use the spell on that, but you have to be in melee range. Yeah, like if you're actually kind of a hybrid, you can use Dispel Undead, and Dispel Undead is a consistent way to get rid of the leeches. 3 or 4 casts of that will very frequently kill leeches. Ancient leeches, that is. But I very much prefer silencing them. Silencing them and actually hitting them is a way to go. I mean, I have the armor class, but the armor class is unfortunately not everything. It cannot carry on its own. It really needs to be coupled with decent evasion and decent shield. And I guess I kind of do have okay shield. It could be way worse than 15. It could be 0. But it would be better if I had some evasion and I was actually dodging attacks. Well, I don't know if I could consider that a clear of Bolts 5, but we survived. Let's go do slime. And by do slime, I mean actually kill the royal jelly. Okay, hello royal jelly. I don't think I have teleport. Oh, I have to. Okay, in that case we might be fine. But still, this is so painful. I need a corridor. Need a corridor. If I'm gonna be doing this, I'm gonna need a corridor. And I'm gonna be wielding my vampiric weapon, of course. Also, let me drink might. I wish I had more haste. I have 4. I think I can spare 1. Okay, the rock slime pushed me away from the choke point. So now I am in a position where I am surrounded, and that's gonna get me killed if I don't reposition away from being surrounded. Lots of opportunity attacks, and well, leaving opportunity attacks aside, these guys are faster. So even if there was nothing like opportunity attacks in this game, they would still be able to hurt me quite a bit. So thanks to the Vampiric Demon Whip, I think I can actually survive here. Yeah, at some point during this fight I was at 80 HP and I went all the way up to 150, going down, going up. It's just way better now. This is way more survivable. Lost my haste, but it's fine. Royal Jelly time. Keeps walking away. We should be fine here. Yeah, now I think we should be fine, hopefully. This is going way better than the first time. Way better than the first time. But the first time I didn't have the Vampiric Demon Whip. Yeah, I wanted to use Simulation, but the first time that I tried it didn't really work well. So I'm just gonna press tab here and hope that it works for the best. It should really work. Slow and careful tabbing wins the race here. My HP has oscillated a lot during this fight. Okay, there we go. Lost my choke point, unfortunately. Also 8 corrosion. Yeah, at this point with the 8 corrosion, the lack of damage is gonna start to become very noticeable, unfortunately. Lightning Rod, I guess. Okay. Alrighty. We survived the fight. Just to identify this thing. I did it only for this thing, and it's not very good, so it shall be dropped. I already have a better version of that. 6 strength to intelligence, and resistance to corrosion. This has resistance to corrosion, 9 mana for strength, minus 5 dexterity. Of course, we do not care about such a thing. Um, this character could really use some form of lightning skills. I guess it's an incredibly specific thing to want, but like I'm a Palentonga, so lightning skills could be a very nice thing for me to have. Slimy rune. Okay. I have to say that this character has been quite painful, but hopefully it will be completed successfully. I already did Elf, I already did Bolt 5, I already did Slime. Let's go do that hellish depths level. Yeah, there was a depths level that I was having a lot of issues with. Hopefully it will be better now. I think the inclusion of the Vampiric Demon Whip to this character's kit improved it quite a lot, because at least now I don't have those issues that I was having with fights before. It's still bad, but it was way worse before. Now I actually can like stand a chance and fight instead of being just glass cannony and unable to take a fight against monsters. Mm, hold on. Before I go in, let me wield this Distortion Demon Whip. Um, so I hit an alarm trap in this level, in case you were wondering why there are so many dudes in here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. Went all the way down to 120 HP, went back up to 170, and oof, the Demon Whip, like I tell you, the Vampiric Brand is so good. It is so good. Even on something that is not that good for Vampiric, such as this Demon Whip, it's still pretty good. That's a pretty good attack on the Vampire Knight. It was literally a one-shot with a Palentonga roll, which it hasn't happened quite a lot with this character. I think I'm gonna stop training that and start training these two. These Palentonga aptitudes are so bad. Why do they have -2 armor and shields and dodging as well? They need a bit of help. I don't think they will ever be getting a bit of help, because it's already been quite a while since they were released. So any tweaks to that would have probably been done, before, when they were released. It's been too long, and well, it's a state like this, so chances are good that it's never getting changed. Did we lose? And we lost Centaur to this? Yes. Um, Centaur was pretty whack in a different way, but it was powerful. This is pretty whack because it's so weak. It's been a real struggle to play this character. We can put it like that. A real struggle. Nicola. I have this, so we can just do this. Why is my character picking up Phantom Mirrors? Let me turn that off. Okay. Hopefully I won't banish Nicola, because I don't wanna have to stumble upon Nicola in the Abyss if I have to go to the Abyss for any reason. Do keep in mind that Lugano offers you the ability to go to the Abyss as a very desperate escape option. Ideally, you would never do it in a 3-room playthrough, but you can definitely do it. You have been struggling with these newer versions on pretty much any character. It is normal. The newer versions are significantly more difficult. I have mentioned it repeatedly on this stream. 0.26 is easy mode, and then it became much more difficult to play the game from that point onwards. 0.27 introduced monster weapon attack delay changes. 0.28 chopped a lot of experience from the game. 0.29 introduced opportunity attacks. And I don't think I remember a lot of player buffs. I guess there were a lot of player buffs for the early game to compensate for attacks of opportunity, but it is not enough in my opinion. Because the issue with attacks of opportunity is that they make you weaker for the entirety of the game, and the buffs only very mildly compensate for the early game. So now it's just harder to play this game. Yeah, as I have repeatedly mentioned, I mentioned it a lot yesterday. I cannot really exert a proper judgment on attacks of opportunity yet because I am playing my first experience with the changes are with a character that I consider to be very weak. So I cannot give an objective judgment on those changes. But it's a shame that the changes were introduced right after I did the Minotaurs and the Hill Orcs and the Merfolks, because I would have loved to try those changes with those species that I consider to be very powerful. Um, I had a very good time with those species because those characters ended up being very cool. Mm, that's pretty bad. If it was plus 10 instead of plus 1, I would consider it. I would consider it and I would drop it because I don't need the plate for those resistances. But it would probably give me a lot more armor class. Okay, I'm gonna leave that on the floor. This level is full of very high level monsters. I'm very glad that I was able to escape this level when I originally got into the level. Yeah, so what happened was that I got into the level and I knew that it was awful. And the level provides you downstairs, so I just skipped the level. When I was going back up from depths, well, after I got my gold scales, I got marked. So I ended up being stuck in a very inconvenient fight for quite a while. Mm. But it's done now. And because I was fighting so many dudes, there's not that many dudes left in the level. So now we should be fine. hmm That went well. Yeah, things are getting better now. Things are definitely getting better now. Huh. I done. Thank you for subscribing.
My wife still doesn't believe in me.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the brand new subscription, Prime. Really enjoyed the YouTube videos. Thanks. No problem. Anytime. I have no plans to stop on YouTube videos. In fact, I am going to ramp up my YouTube video production. Gonna be making content for YouTube that is not necessarily YouTube only because it's a bunch of ideas and thoughts that I have expressed repeatedly while streaming, but like condensed into a more like consumable format, like 10-minute videos and that kind of thing, instead of being just like me talking and playing crawl for 5 hours, because a lot of people don't have 5 hours to spare. And even if they do have 5 hours to spare, some people just straight up don't have the attention span for 5 hours of crawl. And that is understandable. I've been there. By the way, that guy has a pretty decent Brodax. It is unfortunately a -5 strength Brodax. So yeah, not the greatest, but pretty good nonetheless. Not that we care about it, of course. We are not using such a thing. I do want to pick up that holy word. Hold on. I guess I'm gonna drop that. Juggernaut. We should be fine. I have Kirer. Get hit for 27. That's fine. And then hit it like 17 times. Pretty good. I think when I hit 40 armor class, I'm gonna start training armor. And whenever I hit 40 armor class, I am going to stop training armor for the rest of the game. Because I want to train shields a lot more than I want to train armor because I'm using a tower shield. Okay, keep your eyes open for when I hit 40 armor class. I'm gonna try not to miss it, but I'm probably going to miss it. this was a thing that I have not completed. I still need to kill the Shadow Dragon and the Tango River here. That for some reason are behind Rune Door. I don't know why those two guys specifically were behind Rune Doors, considering the vast amount of terrible things that were in this level. I want to pick up I want to pick up the pro skills. Sorry, I want to pick these up because they're pretty cool. I'm not gonna put them on, but I always like to win with cool items in my inventory. Right now I have Autumn Katana and Damnation and the pro skills as well. Okay, haven't checked for this in a while. And yep, no enchant weapons, no enchant armor. A bit unfortunate, but at least I have a +8 Demon Whip. Could be worse. Okay. Alrighty, the beauty of Vampiric. Yep. At some point during that fight, I was at 100 HP, and Vampiric fixed the issue. Vampiric is definitely carrying this character. I cannot believe that I found exactly what I needed. I said, I need a highly enchanted Vampiric Demon Whip, and that was a highly enchanted Vampiric Demon Whip. It's crazy. I was thinking more like +9 or better, but I'll take +5. I'll definitely take +5. You have 9 runes on a Draconian Ice Elementalist right now, 4 more than your previous max of 5. Watch my deep elf video while playing and learned a lot. I'm glad to hear that. That's my objective. That's the reason why I do this in the first place. Like, I express my thoughts and my ideas and strategies and tactics and like builds, and that helps people learn to figure out their own stuff, and by extension improves their enjoyment of the game. This is a game where like you can play on your own, but it's gonna take you a while to get good if you play on your own. Despite the fact that it is like very transparent and it gives you all the information that you need to win, it doesn't give you all the knowledge that you need to win. So that's where I come in. I give you the knowledge, or I give you examples of what I would do in X or Y situation, and then you can be playing your own game and be like, oh, Nine Settler was in this situation before and did this to win the game. Maybe I should give that a try as well. Yeah. You have to do Hell's or Tomb, expecting to die horribly. That's usually how it goes. Yeah. Is it? It is. Oh, it's strong. Yeah. I would recommend you to leave Tomb for last. What do you have on that character? Let's see, you're with Behemoth, so you probably have some good stuff. You have Arga. Pretty good. The Shield of Resistance, pretty nice as well. Mummy Form? Yeah, Mummy Form makes Tombs much easier. It is like the bare minimum for me to go to Tomb. I don't like to get Mummy Form for anywhere else but than Tomb. You have Firestorm, Ignition, you have Polar Vortex. Yeah, like you are good to go. Um, do you have Shatter? Because you could also get Shatter. I like to get Shatter all the time for Tomb. Um, if you want to see me do Tomb, I have a character that says my strongest character ever or something like that. Like the final video that lasts like half an hour is only Tomb, and I did Tomb super fast because that character was legit the strongest character that I've ever had. So what that character does, you will probably not be able to completely emulate, but you will see like why I like Shatter for Tomb. It breaks a bunch of walls and makes the whole thing much more palatable and easy to do, and survivable as well. Almost Shatter, not yet for close, but close. Pretty good. You've been going at it for 14 hours. Nice. 14 hours. My first 15 rune run took me like quite a while. In fact, let's find out. Last name and rune equals 20. because I won with 20 runes for my first time. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to see it, I'm gonna put it in the chat. AFK the lot. You know, it stops counting after 30 seconds of AFK. So it is very accurate. Why did I take oh, Tormentor. Oh yeah, it was like why am I at 100 HP but Tormentor? Gonna be drinking 3 to not be tormented any further. Switching to Distortion. Probably drinking Attraction as well, because Distortion is just gonna blink those guys away. Okay. That went well. Yeah, could have been way worse. But I ended that fight with slightly more HP than I started. I got my 40 armor class. Okay, let's train it to 20. No, let's not train it to 20. I'm just gonna start training shields now. I think I'm gonna train shields for the rest of the game. Because I do need to have faster attack speed on my tower shield, which is what I think I want to use for the rest of the game. It's a tower shield after all. It improves my defenses a bit. I certainly need the defenses. Mutation. Wand of Digging. Finally! Finally I found Wand of Digging. It took me forever. But we have finally come across a Wand of Digging, so I'm gonna be very happy to pick that up. And also drop a bunch of things that I'm not gonna be using with this character. Also, thank you for following. Who followed? I don't. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support on the YouTube as well. I appreciate it. It makes me happy that it makes you happy to watch my videos. It's pretty nice. Everyone is happy here. Hard question. Does harm act like base damage or plus a slay? I think whatever damage you deal after all modifiers gets increased. I think that's how it works. Harm. But since I barely use harm, I haven't bothered to find out. You can probably figure it out if you search it on the Learn database. Yeah, there's probably like more detailed information in the Learn database. Yeah, because like the way that harm is always described is that you take like 20% more damage, but monsters take like 30% more damage. So that sounds to me like it's a modifier that gets applied after everything else. Ooh, Scorch Fustivalus. I kind of want to buy that just to identify it because I'm not gonna use it. These guys have trash aptitude for that. -2s and -3s. Palentonga are really like really intended to not use launchers. Like the idea of Palentonga is that they are very much unlike centaurs. Okay. A Demon Whip of Draining, well, I have had bad experiences with Draining at this point in the game. It's good, but at this point in the game, when you start seeing like the Vampire Knights and the Leeches and the Tentacle Monstrosities and the Demons, Drain doesn't do anything anymore. Oh, the Orbs of Fire as well, of course. How to forget the Orbs of Fire? Those are the best reason to not use draining after a certain point in the game. We should have no issues with these Caustic Strikes because unlike the real deal, they don't corrode, and so they don't really pose that much of a threat. Yeah. Okay, gonna keep my eye on my HP. If I drop below 150, we switch to Vampiric, because I don't wanna drop below 150. I should also get rid of the Earth Mage, so I can fight these guys in a corridor. Lots of opportunity attacks, unfortunately. So yeah, if you have not given me your thoughts on attacks of opportunity, I want to hear them. Like I want to hear as many people talking about that as possible, because at least in my personal experience with this one character that has tried attacks of opportunity, I'm not a fan. Very much not a fan. But I've only had like a very small sample size for attacks of opportunity, so it's either start another character, which I will do eventually, Um, but it's either start another character or hear from other people. Pretty much, that's what I say. They are great early game. Great. What do you mean by great? The attacks of opportunity. Do you not worry about getting banished from wielding distortion? Lugonu makes me immune to that. I am an abyssal knight, and Lugonu is the god of the abyss. So part of the perks of Lugonu, in fact, you get it like right away as you start worshipping, is you're protected from the effects of unwielding distortion weapons. Yep, don't worry. Mm, so yeah, I wouldn't be using distortion if I was not with Lugonu. And I also wouldn't be using distortion even if I was with Lugonu, if I was not a Palentonga, because the whole point of this is that whenever I blink monsters away, I can roll at them to increase the damage. That was the premise behind this character, but unfortunately it hasn't really been that fun because Palentonga is kind of trash. That's just how it is. Mm. We should be able to kill these guys. There we go. Not a lot of issues. I like how there's altars of the good gods in depths 4. In case you want to abandon, I guess. So you don't have to backtrack. Ooh, okay. Let me just stretch a bit and we can begin SOT. Yeah, my first 15 rune run, like successful one at least, took me 36 hours pretty much. Wait, sorry, what do you mean? I'm gonna pull one of these Draconians out so I can show you what I mean by attacks of opportunity. Bonus attacks from innate abilities? Oh, they're not that. They're not that. Yeah, the nerf to Pillar Dancing. I'm gonna kill the Scorcher and the White Draconian because it hurts a lot. Okay, and now I'm gonna walk away from this guy and take a look at what happens. The Black Draconian attacks as you move away. That's attacks of opportunity. Monsters have a 1 in 3 chance to attack you when you move away and they are next to you. And they can also attack you. Like when they also need to be at least as fast as you are. Which is in reality that makes it so that all monsters are faster than you, pretty much, which is pretty bad. Does it have something to do with relative speed too? Yes. If it's like you need to walk away from a monster, but you also need to be at least the same speed as the monster. You will never get an attack of opportunity on like a worm will never do that to you. But and if you're Spriggan, like that's a big buff to species that are faster than usual. So Spriggan, Tengu, Cat, those guys are pretty much immune to attacks of opportunity. Yeah, you commit to fighting or you spend consumables. I think it's a gargantuan nerf to the entirety of the game because those things are still like noticeable later in the game. It's like this is the way that I described it yesterday. It's like shooting a nuke to kill a fly, because it's a change that is a massive nerf to the entirety of the game for something that was an issue for the first 5 levels of the dungeon. Which I do think that it was an issue. I definitely wanted to see something like done about it, but I don't like this change so far. I have to say, so far, every time that I mention it, I will like stress very much that it's literally my first character ever with that change. So I have a very small sample size. And so I am not ready to make like a completely objective judgment. But right now I feel like that change sucks, and I don't like it. It made your Formicid much worse. Oh man, yeah, like that sounds like it's pretty rough for Formicid. It's a shame. I like Formicid a lot, but they do need to to Pillar Dance a lot, especially without being able to teleport. Like, how do you play a Formicid now, Joe? Those guys need a serious buff. But I don't know. Like this change messes up so many things in the game that I don't think it's gonna stay. But I was also thinking the same about the monster weapon attack delay changes. Like it like needed to come alongside a serious rebalance of pretty much the entirety of the game. And before it got removed, it actually came alongside a rebalance of the entirety of the game. So what did they do to digging? Pharmacy digging is faster now. It used to be slower, but it also costs drain. Yeah, like it drains you to dig as a pharmacist. In my opinion, it should only cost you it should only drain you if you're not within the vicinity of any dangerous monsters. Like kinda like Okawaru duel, how you can only do some monsters that are actually dangerous to you. If you see a monster that is actually dangerous to you, you can dig without draining. That's how I would do it personally. To avoid, people just bringing rats alongside you, just to dig for free. Mm, you can just not play the new patch until they come to their senses. Yeah, I mean, uh, you can also play Trunk and give feedback. That's the whole point of Trunk. Because Hot Hills, when they released, Hot Hills were also so ridiculous. I think the tendency is so far in the last couple of versions, I've noticed that things release and they're like ridiculous, and then they get nerfed as Trunk progresses based on player feedback because everyone thinks that things are ridiculous when they are releasing. I know for sure that it was the case with Monster Weapon Attack Delay and with Hot Hills, and well, now it will probably also be the case with Opportunity Attacks. So yeah, I'm predicting a serious nerf, or ideally it would be an outright just reversal of Opportunity Attacks. I'm not a fan. But if it's not that, it's gonna be a serious nerf, one way or the other. It's not gonna stay like this. I can guarantee it. Mm, or I can almost guarantee it. At the end of the day, I cannot guarantee it because I'm not the one in control of that kind of thing. So there's an orb of fire here, and that means run for my life. Okay, another bad mutation that doesn't matter. Hidden malignance does matter a bit. Yeah. It's a good idea for me to not be in this level anymore. I don't have blinking, so if I don't kill that thing in the orb run, it could get kind of sketchy. Where's the exit? It's so far away. It's so far away. Whew. I have 3 magic mapping. I'm gonna go over here to see if I find the stairs closer to the exit. Yeah, before I abandon the level. If I see an orb of fire, like I'm gonna treat it like I would treat Sigmund on D2. Like just not fight that thing. There's very little to gain from killing an orb of fire and a lot to lose. Teleportitis. Okay. Berserkitis. Okay. Berserkitis still. Literally the same mutations. That's pretty unfortunate. Um, you're frail, and I still have half potion heal. That's pretty bad. Yeah, this is all just a showcase for why you shouldn't drink potions of mutation. Wow, I had 10. You remember that I had 10 when I started? Okay, get rid of the frail. I needed to get rid of the frail. Okay, finally. It only took me 10 potions of mutation, but I got rid of the frail. Now I hope that I don't get mutated anymore. If I get the worst mutation in the game, that's gonna kill me. It's not gonna kill me because I don't even have blinking, and teleport doesn't work in SOT. So yeah, I think we should be fine. Endgame question. If you have Firestorm and Polar Vortex at less than 5% value and around 50% strength, is a low value in training more Ice Fire. Yeah, you could train more defensive things. Those things are gonna kill things very well, even if they don't have that much power. Around a 50%, around 50% power is kind of surprising to me, however, because those are level 9 spells. How do you get them castable with 50% strength? I guess that's just the magic of Behemoth. Normally you would have like more than that, around 60, 70%. Mm. I guess I'm gonna have to fight this Orb of Fire. For the first one, I had to use 10 potions of mutation, and I didn't even kill it. This one already gave me something that I would like to remove, and I cannot remove it. I got Berserkitis. Berserkitis kills people, and it's probably gonna kill me. Lots of spellcasting and a Ring of Wizardry. Oh, it might be worth it to train to get rid of the Ring of Wizardry, because Ring of Wizardry is like nice for the early game, but later on you probably want to be using at least like a Ring of Intelligence would be way better than a Ring of Wizardry in my opinion. Um, if you get a source of Archmagi, like I think the Ring of the Mage has Archmagi. If you find that one, it's way better than the Ring of Wizardry. It also has Wizardry, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. But you know, um, we're gonna be charming this Berserk Draconian. Uh-huh. Okay. Taking tons of damage from the Orb of Fire. That's right. Almost destroyed. Almost destroyed. Low HP warning. Berserk Shadow Dragon. This would be the time where I would read Blinking and get out, because I failed to kill the Orb of Fire and I'm at 50 HP, but I don't have that option. So I guess I can bend space. Okay, nice. I took 38 damage. Am I dead to the Orb of Fire? I think I might be dead. It's very likely that I'm not gonna survive this. I'm gonna drink heal wounds. Do I have half healing? I have half healing. Okay. Yeah. Half healing. It's gonna kill me. Okay, it's fine. I could also enter the abyss. I'm gonna enter the abyss. Okay. Now I have no potions of mutation left in the game, so I cannot get rid of the mutation. I have 9 ambrosia. Your system partially rejects the healing. Nice. Oh, it's all those guys that I banished in the early game. Yeah, see, this is why you don't use distortion, because this kind of thing happens. Oh, the elemental staff is super rare. You're probably not gonna find it unless you do a bunch of cigarettes. You could do a bunch of cigarettes because your character is very powerful. Oh, I should wield the Vampiric Demon Whip for this to heal a bit from these guys. Yeah, this is all the guys that I banished earlier. Well, I didn't banish this, or if I did it with the distortion weapon. I didn't banish abandon Behemoth for Gozag. I would not do that. Yeah, in general, I just don't abandon gods because it increases the possibility of you dying, and it's completely unnecessary. This is looking very bad. I guess I can read teleport, but it's gonna take forever to trigger. The tentacle monstrosity's grasp on you weakens. Okay, I guess I can do this. Alright. This is all the guys that I banished. Okay, I'm trying to get a heal, like a real heal, not a 3 HP heal here. Behemoth is probably why. Yeah, Polar Vortex and Firestorm are castable. Definitely, that's how it is. If you don't have a lot of spell power on those, it's because of that. 100%. Okay, give me a heal game. I need a heal. I'm using Bamp. Give me a heal. You got any of those heals, game? Okay, 9 HP. I guess it's better than nothing. Finally, I teleport away from that whole mess. I survived at least. There's that. I'm gonna stay here for a while. I can kill that Titan. Yeah, in fact, I would like to hit that Titan. I feel like it's gonna end with me being at much higher HP. It was not really that much of an HP gain, but it was an HP gain. 16% without wizardry. Yeah, if you have to use wizardry, you're probably better off just training for being able to use those spells without using wizardry, and then putting on something like a ring of intelligence for more spell power. You could do it like that. Okay, so we get rid of mana. An Ice Beast. I remember banishing these. Literally all the dudes that you banish in the early game end up end up in the abyss, and they just don't die or anything. Um, okay, Mleoglotl wasn't really that much of an issue. Yeah, this is a very relaxing place to be in. It seems. Tormentor. I'm gonna become a 3 to not be hurt by the Tormentor excessively. Alright, looking pretty good. If you're a 3, you cannot be tormented. You're immune to torment. So the Tormentor becomes significantly less scary. Was it wielding a Demon Whip of Freezing? Can Tormentors wield weapons? Huh. Where did that Demon Whip of Freezing come from? Did I just kill like no idea where the Demon Whip of Freezing came from then. No idea. Anyway, that was the first time that I used Enter the Abyss in the entirety of the playthrough. In fact, I have so much piety with Lugonu that I didn't even drop to 5 pips of piety, and that ability costs ridiculous amounts of piety. The unique Mleoglotl. I don't know if Mleoglotl can wield weapons. Um, Yeah, no idea about that. But I didn't really pay too much attention. Maybe it was like that. Oh, Mana! Mana had the Demon Whip. Yeah, that's where that came from. Okay. Mystery solved. Okay, I remember this Hydra. Fortunately, it's we are not planning to go to extended. But if you were to go to extended, you could stumble upon Hell Sentinels and stuff. I've had it happen that I go into Abyss 1 and I just have to fight Hell Sentinels and Fiends and really nasty stuff in Abyss 1. Those guys really shouldn't be in Abyss 1. When the player gets banished, the player's depth changes depending on their experience level and like the power of whatever banished them. So yeah, it should be the same for some monsters. Like you really shouldn't be fighting Hell Sentinels in Abyss 1 if you banish them. Okay, I got an exit. I can kill the Bone Dragon. I mean, I guess killing things here doesn't do anything anymore, but it did heal me, so that's nice. Okay, there's a +2 cloak that I would like to pick up before leaving. Annihilator should be easy to kill. Do I have File Floats? I do not have that. Roll at the Annihilator. It's too far away. I didn't even have to fight this guy, but I'll kill it. Okay. Eleonoma. I guess we're bringing an Eleonoma out. And yep, the fact that I was not able to kill that Orb of Fire doesn't look very good for my character. I guess I can put on the cloak. Like, I'm walking around in Sod with 1 pip of willpower. It's so terrible. For 2 armor class, it's gonna get me killed. I shouldn't. I shouldn't do that. We're not doing that. What I do need is a fire resistance ring. I was hoping for a ring, for a ring, like a random ring that was cool, but there's no such a thing. Yeah, it's a shame that this character didn't get the gauntlet. I was really looking forward to that. There's a warped iron ring in Elf 1. Oh, okay, we can do that for free. I'm gonna do that for free. And there we go. I already lost my 1 pip of piety. We should be able to easily kill everything here. I don't know about the ghost. Ah, the ghost is a joke. Yeah, the ghost is a joke. Can you still do clowny things like banish a bunch of convokers and then bring them to sub 5 for a budget version of Shatter? For a budget version of Shatter. I don't know if you can still do that. Regardless, it's pretty scary because those guys have might other, so things can get pretty bad when you're having them around. They just buff everything, and they're like a massive annoyance. Okay, I circed because I have Berserkitis. It's unfortunate, but in this case it doesn't really matter that much because I was just able to kill everything. That is exactly what I needed with this character. That ring is exactly what I needed with this character. It's a game changer. I guess we're gonna say goodbye to slaying, and we are gonna say hello to having a second source of willpower and 3 pips of fire resistance. So now I should not die horribly to Orbs of Fire. A potion of experience. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I shall drink that. Gonna put on the tower shield. Let's see how that looks. 45-26. Looks very good. I think I like those defenses. Hopefully the 26 shield will actually block some crystal spears and that kind of stuff. What's the inscription on the Autumn Katana? It's not... Oh, the inscription that I added, yeah. I get this after 2 Longblades characters, of course, because I just played 2 Longblades characters, the Minotaur and the Merfolk, and I didn't find the Autumn Katana or Maxwell's Sword or, any of those cool artifact swords. I would have loved to use even the Plutonium sword or the Sword of Power, like the two-handers that are not that crazy good, or the Zealot sword could also have been fantastic. And I didn't find any of those things. But in this character that definitely cannot wield that because 14 dexterity and 30 strength, I find the Autumn Katana. How long blades after the dex change? I like them a lot. Like them quite a bit. Let me remove the inscription from that level. Yeah. Yeah, it's no longer scary because everything is death now. And now I should be able to fight Orbs of Fire without really getting into any issues with them. I lost my resistance to negative, but I gained a second pip of cold resistance, which might also be helpful. There's some dudes here with very mean bolts of cold. The ancient leeches specifically are that. Okay, hopefully I won't have to go into the abyss again, because if I'm gonna be tabbing these Orbs of Fire, the possibilities of the abyss killing me improve. Also, just a straight up fighting Orbs of Fire is pretty bad now that I don't have Potions of Mutation anymore. No Potions of Mutation to be found in this game. Blinking? No blinking. Well, there's that plate armor with blink. Enchant weapon? Enchant armor? Nothing. I have everything that I can get. Unless I dived past some levels, but even if I did, the chances of those levels having something that's relevant to my character is like minimal. Oh, Scroll Silence is massive. Let's just not do this then. Wow, that's trash. Yeah, that's very bad. I have, for the vast majority of the game, I had a helmet that was better than this helmet, and this helmet is not good. And that helmet was also not good. I already dropped it. Magic mapping. Let's see, where's the downstairs? I don't like this layout. I don't like this layout. Also, like, yeah, we cannot take these stairs. Fortunately, there's another set of stairs right here, and this one is the one that I wanted to see because the downstairs are right here. So I just have to deal with this band. Okay, looking pretty good. I should enjoy having poison resistance in this place. Killing the vast majority, like killing so many draconians in this place when you don't have resistance and the golden dragons and stuff, it's so nasty. The abundance of poison cloud dudes make poison resistance like a straight up a necessity for this place. I don't know how you do salt without poison resistance. It's like one of the most important resistances. 3 death cuffs. I have charming for them. Charm and paralysis for one other. Okay, didn't get paralyzed. Didn't get paralyzed again. Come on, I have 15 evocations, dude. Nope? Okay. It's fine. Gonna tell you to wait here. Go upstairs, rest is low. Okay, go downstairs, fight the death cough. Uh-huh, easy peasy. Kill the golden dragon. Oh, Berserk Golden Dragon. That's a bit scarier than what I wanted to deal with. I can blink it away with Distortion, however, which does end up working quite well. It was not that much of a danger, actually. Okay, I should probably read another magic mapping here. Okay, where's the downstairs? I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I can just clear this part of the level, not care about the other part. Like the part with the lava lake, I will not care about that. An angel, or rather 4 angels and 2 killer clowns. Must be like a Desolation Assault Bolt or something. We should be fine here. I think I'm finally in a good spot with this character. Nice, draining clouds. The angels are immune to those, unfortunately. Yeah, immune to negative energy, but it does hurt the killer clowns quite a bit. So, funnily enough, I took off the slaying and the character got better. It was probably not related to the fact that I had slaying, but more the fact that I found this incredible ring. Am I clearing SOT? I am not clearing SOT, because clearing SOT is very scary when you don't have potions of mutation. Yeah, I'm not clearing SOT. I want to be done with this character, so I clear SOT on characters that I feel like are powerful enough to clear SOT with. This is not one of those characters. Okay, find the potion of resistance. Very nice. I just found a potion of resistance. It's gonna be nice for Shadow Dragons probably because I have 1 pip of every other resistance. Kind of a shame that I was walking around the game for quite a while without potions of resistance. Gonna be File of Flotsing, the Scorcher, because I'm slow. In fact, I probably should drink Cancellation or Heal Wounds. No, not Heal Wounds, sorry. I don't even have that. Or Haste to counteract the slow, because it seems that we're gonna be getting into a bit of a long fight here. At the very least, I can do this and wield might as well. I have so many potions of might. Okay, yep, big damage because I have no evasion. Okay, slow and steady wins the race here. Yellow Draconian Berserk. To that we say Wand of Paralysis. Because if you don't know, Draconians don't have the best willpower except for the purple ones. The purple ones do have all the willpower in the world, and you cannot do this to purple Draconians. But to all the other Draconians, you can paralyze them. Shadow Dragon Berserk. That's never a nice thing to be fighting against. The Storm Dragon is like kind of a joke compared to the Berserk Shadow Dragon. It's more of an experience piñata for me to be able to bump it. Okay, we tagged the entirety of the Berserk of the Shadow Dragon. That went well. Or I guess it's not over yet. Joe, like... Ah, man. That's what happens when you wield a weapon with low base damage. And I guess not fully enchanted and without a damaging brand. Vampiric is not that good on the Demon Whip. It is what I needed with this character, but if I really wanted to kill that Shadow Dragon faster, I should have wielded the Distortion one, because the Distortion one is the one that kills things relatively quickly. Mm. Okay, do I have Tree Form? I don't have Tree Form. This could be scary. I have a Holy Worth. Yeah, this could be scary. Let's hope that it's not scary. Fingers crossed. That's not what I wanted to see. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Yes, pretty good. Excellent. I'm glad that I actually was able to do the whole reason why I started a Palentonga Abyssal Knight in the first place against that guy. It's pretty funny to be able to blink monsters away and then roll at them. I wish you could roll while berserking. It would be so good if you could roll while berserking. Mm. Yeah, I'm not clearing SOT, but I am clearing SOT 5. I'm clearing SOT 5. That's what I always do. If you clear SOT 5, you remove or you greatly lower the possibility of you stumbling into a nasty monster while you are retreating. But what happened here was that I hit an exploration trap. Sorcerer's Malevolence fills the realm of Sod and a teleport trap spontaneously manifests. Three Orb Guardians, an Electric Golem, Torch of Fire, Gel Draconian, and a Mouth of Wrath come into view. What we have to do here is very simple. We have to do one thing, and that thing is jump into this teleport trap. If I had like 4 or 5 scrolls of blinking, we could try to ninja the orb, because this can be turned into an opportunity, but we don't have that kind of loot. We have 0 scrolls of blinking, so we cannot do that. Okay, I landed pretty much in the same spot. Not very good. You know what I can do? You know what I can do? I can first and foremost charm this guy, because if I get slowed by this guy, it's pretty bad. There we go. And Orb of Fire comes into view. Drink Haste and make a run for it. I can also use Corrupt here. Yeah, might as well roll with it. I'm at full HP, so it's not that bad. Spatial Maelstrom is the Bard Biter in reality. Okay. You feel clumsy. I'm already very clumsy because I'm a Palentonga. I can roll at that Orb Guardian to stay away from the fray. Okay. Palentonga rolls. Palentonga rolls. They're kinda... I'm living the dream here. I cannot roll at that guy, it's too far away. Palentonga have a mutation that extends the range of the rolls, but I don't have that. It would be very nice to have right around now. So I have 4 scrolls of teleport. I also have a teleport trap over here. I think it's just faster for me to hit the teleport trap. It would be so much better if I had scrolls of linking. Okay, that's a very favorable blink that unfortunately will not stay like this for much longer because there's a disposal trap. So like it's just gonna blink me again next turn. It didn't. Okay, should I pick this up? I feel like maybe I could try to stabilize a bit. I'm marked. I'm marked. I am marked. Do I have cancellation? I have to. I could drink cancellation, get rid of the mark. It also unfortunately gets rid of the haste. Maybe Wreath teleport after that. The thing about the teleport is that, well, it's kind of a coin flip. You know, there's a bunch of open space over here. It's actually quite a lot of open space. But then there's a lot of open space over here that is full of so many scary dudes. If I land inside the lungs, we're in serious issue. We're in like a very bad situation because I don't have blinking. Blinking is usually the kind of thing that allows you to do the ninja strategy, but I don't have blinking. hmm Back in the day, it used to be control blink, but control blink is gone for the game for a reason. Well, I guess I can also sit here and fight. These guys should not be so scary. The Orb of Fire is scary, however. Um, he's gonna pick this up. With Fogo, reduces the amount of tiles that I get to see. So now, if I was to bend space, it wouldn't land me over there. It can only land you on tiles that you can see. So it reduces the amount of tiles where you can land. So it's pretty good. Um, there's so many orbs of fire, dude. Why are there so many orbs of fire here? It's gonna move forward. You know, it's not going to, but I wish it cast a spell. I really wish it cast a spell. Because if it casts a spell, it doesn't move forward, and I move here, and I roll at it, and I just, like, step here. And it gives me a very good chance of just being out of this hellish landscape. It doesn't cast a spell, and it doesn't move forward, but what I was not expecting was this Storm Dragon right here. Yeah, that's quite an unfortunate thing. I think I might as well re-teleport. hmm There's 4 orbs of fire over there. Yo, I mean, this is not the kind of character that can deal with that many orbs of fire. Yeah, this is a very weak character that cannot do that. So I just red teleport. I'm gonna turtle here. Is there a cooldown on corrupt? You can only do it once per level. Nice welcoming party. There's so many dudes, dude. So many dudes. Aha. Now we re-teleport to cancel the teleport. Because what happened there was that I bent space and I landed on a teleport trap. And it landed me exactly where I wanted to land. That's excellent. That's excellent. It's like priceless. And so we are going to take advantage of that and just go ahead and win the game now. Do as little of the game as you can with your weak characters. With your strong characters, you can do all that you want, but with your weak characters, if you want to win, don't go and try to take them to extended because it's not gonna go well for you. Good evening, Shaper. You are about to see me, ideally, win the game with a very weak character that I don't like one bit. But cannot complain if I end up winning the game. Godly save. Godly save indeed. Yeah, like I'm gonna take that. I'm not gonna complain if the game just gives me a teleport to exactly the place where I wanted to be, which was not in the vault. You missed it. It was very nice. Let's go. Oh, hold on. I guess I can just press this button. I was clearing this, right, like usual. I hit a teleport trap and it landed me right around here. So what I did was I have no blinking. I have no scrolls of blinking. I used corrupt and I drank haste and I just made a run for it in like implementing Palentonga rolls to like get faster to the orb. I got to the orb. I was about to turtle because like there were too many dudes blocking the exit. I wanted to step on these, but I was unable to. I was gonna turtle with Vampiric to heal or to keep healing myself while I waited for my teleport to trigger. And then I used bend space because I was next to a normal fire and I didn't want to be next to a normal fire. And the bend space landed me in the teleport trap, and the teleport trap landed me right around here. So I just made a run for it. You missed it by like seconds. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was very lucky, very lucky. We take those. I'm not gonna complain about such a thing. You know, D0, get me out. I don't need to have any more to do with this character than strictly necessary. Warmonger. With a kite shield of reflection. Hmm. it hits really hard. It actually does hit pretty hard. Sap Magic and Haste Other. It's gonna haste the Reaper. It's fine because I can also haste myself. I don't have that many potions of haste, but I'm on my way out, so who cares about preserving them? Mm. Go D0, please. Get me out of here. Berserkitis. Unfortunate. It's 1%, and it only triggers when I don't want it to trigger, pretty much. Gonna drink Cancellation here to get rid of the slow. Hopefully I won't Circ again. Oh, Ice Fiend is pretty bad. I don't have Potion of 3. I left one behind. I still think that it wouldn't really be good for me to use a Potion of 3. I think I'm better off just walking away. Yeah, don't Circ. Or don't Torment, I mean. Lots of attacks of opportunity. Shaper, what do you think about attacks of opportunity? What's your thoughts on that? As in my opinion, like it may be biased by the fact that I played this character and this character is terrible, but I don't like them. I don't think they're gonna be getting to. I don't think they're gonna be releasing like this. Okay. You feel your attacks grow feeble. I guess it did a Black Mark, because Black Mark does that. Well, weak attacks with Demon Whip is not very good. Better switch to the more damaging one, also Circ. Okay, I was hoping that it was not going to blink the Demon Spawn like this, but I was also kind of expecting that it was going to do it. You should always expect the worst. Francis? I never killed Francis? I cannot just leave without killing Francis. That's not right. I need to kill Francis. Get over here. Busy season at work. You're into Elden Ring. Ah, I see. Yeah, whenever you get the chance to check that out, do let me know, because I want to know. I don't have Circ. Oh, I have minus Circ. I cannot Circ. Yeah, I think I would love to Circ the Tsitsi Mito because of that. I am terrified now. I could die to this guy. I'm gonna Holy Word here and hope for the best, but it's not looking good. Haste? Executioner. I think an Executioner is not a terrible thing. The Tsitsi Mito is much worse. Yeah, you can just kill the Executioner with not a lot of issues. Yeah, drink Ambrosias. I cannot afford to not or to continue walking around like that. Unfortunately, I have the potions are less effective at restoring your health mutations, so yeah, that's pretty bad when you are in a situation like this one. So I hope today you learned why you don't drink your potions of mutation. Imagine the mutation set that I have right now, but going through the entirety of the game with it. I'm gonna corrupt this, just to distract the Hell Sentinel. Okay. Very rocky orb run. It seems that every floor there's something super nasty. That guy is slower than I am. Okay. Yeah, each varies in speed and durability by the nature of whatever unfortunates were used to make it. In case you didn't know, they have like random stats. The abominations are super weird. But they always hit for like 40 damage. That's like constant. A Helion and a Xust. Energy Bolt, SGD, Blink, Dispel on Death. I'm glad that I'm not on Death. Yeah, this guy is scary. SGD is one of those spells that you should not fight Fanlords that have that, because that spell gives you like very good chances of dying. Grinder was here. Oh, Grinder. I'm glad to see you. Yeah, I needed to do that for catharsis. Another Panlord. Okay, what do you have? No spells. Lots of
Financially
attention.
independently.
Go Zag or go home.
Ha! Toasted Zergling, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate the 100 bits quite a bit. Um, I should lower the volume of that. It's a bit too loud. It scared me a bit. But thank you for the 100 bits. We step on the teleport trap. Puts me in a very good spot. I can just run to these upstairs now and leave behind that Panlord. I guess this orb run is a pretty good tutorial for how you should do the orb run when your character is trash. Um, like this character was not good. I'm just gonna put it out there. This character was not good, and I'm glad that I was able to pilot it to a win, because there were so many moments where I thought that I was not gonna be able to pilot it to a win, and I used everything. I have no blinking. I have to teleport. I have no heal wounds. I did have 13 curing, but you know, curing is like a joke. It doesn't heal people. Um, it was crazy. When I got hit by the teleport trap in SOT 5, it was like, that was bad. I fortunately was able to do what I did, and I got very lucky with the escape. Yeah. But being able to like make the best out of the luck that you get is like a very good way to actually win the game. It's like taking advantage of randomness like that, because like that situation was really bad, but I was able to maneuver it into making it much better for me. Tower shield OP? I guess tower shield OP. I do have 26 shield, but yeah, anyway, let's get out of here. Oof. Palentonga is not a good species. But this may also be a result of me having played. Yeah, let's just get out of there. This may also be a result of me having just played in this order. In this order, Hillork, Minotaur, Merfolk, Gargoyle. Like those four are pretty good compared to Palentonga. Next is gonna be Draconian, but I'm not gonna be playing it today because, as I mentioned, I didn't get good sleep yesterday, so I'm feeling like really wrecked. Um, I just wanted to finish the character, the Palentonga. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Draconian, and ideally, like I'm gonna start earlier tomorrow to try to finish the character in a single stream. Um, and after the Draconian is over, I would like to play. Well, I'm gonna be playing Troll, Ghoul, Gnoll, and then after that we go to the intermediates. Ogre seems so far away. What color am I going to get for Draconian? Who knows? Um, but yeah. Anyway, we are going to Rift Wizard. I don't know if I want to play Rift Wizard right now. Like I feel very wrecked. Um, and I think I'm just gonna leave it here for the night. Grey Draconian. During the tournament, I played a Grey Draconian. It was not very good, but it was also not terrible. At least I had armor class, which is not something that Draconian gets very frequently. I wish I could sleep. I'm gonna try to. But like my sleep schedule was pretty messed up. Yeah, it's been pretty messed up, my sleep schedule. I've been watching Hunter x Hunter, and it's like so exciting that I just cannot help but keep watching. Anyway, I see that Particle Face is streaming, so I guess we're gonna be watching Particle Face. Melatonin. I don't know what that is. Let's Google that. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and thank you for hanging out, and thank you for the subs and the bits. I appreciate it. It helps a lot. If you enjoyed what you saw, you should consider following. If you are not already following, if you are, you should consider subscribing. You don't have to, and I understand if you can't. But I would appreciate it a lot. Anyway, let's rate Particle Phase, and I'll try to sleep. The stuff your body makes you sleepy. Ah, Interesting. Interesting. I need some of that. As a dietary supplement, it is often used for the short-term treatment of insomnia. Hmm. Never heard of that before. I'm gonna have to make some research on that. But anyway, yep, start rate button. I'll see you tomorrow when I will be playing Draconian. And as I mentioned, I'll be starting earlier tomorrow. If you wanna join the raid, Particle Face is pretty good crawl player as well. He is playing crawl right now. He plays styles. He knows a lot. He's actually going for progress. Going for progress means that you want to win every combo in the game. I don't know if I want to do that because winning every combo in the game implies playing cats, and I don't want to play cats. It also implies playing enchanters and transmuters and like really, really bad things that I don't want to play. I like to play things that are not so miserable. So I have never like considered going for progress. But I might do it eventually. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. So I've already said all that there needs to be, all that needs to be said. So yeah, just press the button. See you around.